Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Madam Chomzi. Hope you all have been having a fantastic week. Throughout this week, I'm not a social media person, but because of YouTube, I don't say I've become is I'm trying to be, and so I go on social media. So what I notice is that I keep getting things coming up on is it Blessing CEO and is it IVD, and to be honest with you, I don't know them. I don't as in, when I mean I don't know them, I don't know the story behind all of the reason why there's so much talk about them on social media. So what I did was that I watched one again. I was on YouTube. So when I watched the one I watched on YouTube was a reaction video, and when I heard the the man was married before and that the wife had died by setting herself ablaze, that really caught my attention. So I decided to go and to go back and read this in or to find out what happened, what was the issue in the relationship, which, to be honest with you, it was such the one I watched, the few things I watched. I listened to the lady that was there that took her to the hospital, that's the ex-wife of IVD, and how she narrated her own story. I watched the one on Daddy Freeze where the brother of the woman also spoke. And to be honest with you, it's I really feel sorry. I'm really I felt very sad. It's a very sad story. Why I want to talk about it today is I keep getting, what I was seeing on social media, so many people talking about Blessing CEO, which I don't know her, to be honest. I don't follow her. But what caught my interest, there was one, you see short clips on Facebook, and you trust our people, they'll keep dragging the person, and where somebody was saying that she cannot cook for her children, but she cook for a man, and blah blah blah. And there was one, I saw a video where she was saying something about how she would not share a man or something, that if she wants your man, she will buy you and all those things. And I was like, I was taken aback, to be honest, when I saw that video. So I now decided I didn't want to judge, you get me. I just, okay, let me go listen to a recent interview on, is it The Honest Bunch, where she and the man, they sat and talked about how they met and all of their stuff, what's going on in their life now. So what I want to point out here is that, in my opinion, I don't know Blessing CEO, so please, I don't know her, neither am I supporting her, but we have to be very careful. I don't see anything wrong that she's done. When I saw that video that she where she was saying that she will buy someone instead of sharing the person's partner with the person, that was not right of her. But I just think she was just talking. You get me? I just think she was just talking. But we all make silly mistakes, and I think she just got carried away and she was just yapping. So, but that's my opinion of her. When I watched the Honest Bunch, I don't think she's capable of that. I don't know her. I don't know her in any way. I'm not a follower of her. In fact, I went to this, and God bear me out. Today was my first day of going. I was like, okay, let me search this woman. And so I saw she was a therapist. I said, okay. I was like, maybe the therapist needs a therapy. It would need a therapist, you get me? So we have to be careful. My own take on it is that she might also be a victim. So we have to be careful about how we judge people. I don't see anything she's done wrong. She did not snatch somebody's husband. And from what did they call it? From the videos that I watched, the past videos of what had happened, because I didn't even know about these people, to be honest. the past relationship, that's the Bimbo lady that was in a marriage with the IVD, or was it ID? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So I do think that I don't see from I heard or gathered, she didn't even know the man when she was with the when the man was married to the former wife, or the wife that died herself, So I don't see anything she's done wrong. I know we have sentiments, as because of the way the woman died and all those things. Why would she go into relationship with the man? But one thing I have to point out first is that when people go for counseling, what we have to bear in mind that most times when people are giving people counseling, you take on emotions. And if someone that is a therapist naturally would be someone that is empathetic. Some people that are empathetic, most times if they are not careful, they need also, the truth of the matter, she also would need to go speak to someone, because you take on people's emotions and you insert yourself in a situation. And from what she was saying, how she took on the man's case and all those things, you could see that she was empathetic towards the man. Now, I'm not saying the guy is innocent, please. That's not what I'm saying. So, but the point I'm trying to say is that I don't see anything that Blessing CEO has done. And for me, in this story, it's even hard, I'm even scared for, based on the man's past. And now when I say based on the man's past, I'm not saying that the man is guilty of anything that he's been accused as in regarding the wife. From the little I saw, that relationship was really, really toxic. And I think it's from both sides. I don't know them very well. But what I just want to talk about lessons that I think we should learn from their relationship. During the interview, or during the podcast, I'll call that, with the Honest Bunch, one of the ladies there, I don't know her name. So these people, I don't watch most things, to be honest. I don't really follow things. So one of the ladies there, one of the people that were hosting the interview, she did say something, and that was what kept ringing in my head, because the man, that's the IVD, kept saying the wife is dramatic. And I was saying to my husband, when a woman is acting, even the way, when I heard that she set herself ablaze, I was like, if your wife gets to the point of doing that, there's something not right. When a woman is dramatic, there's attention. She's seeking attention. That woman has gotten to the point of, how will I put it? She might be depressed. And I'm sure she was. She was really, really depressed. So we have to be careful. That lady in the Honest Bunch, she did say something, and that was what she recorded. What she recorded what was in my thoughts, or rather, what that was my thoughts. She did ask the man about that. The question he asked the guy was, "Do you think you're a red flag?" That's the IVD was. That was what the person she was asking. And she now made a statement that her mom said that when a woman is a house where a woman is crying, it's a house where a woman is always shouting, there's a baby who does not listen. And that's the truth. My own take on it might be that the two of them were toxic towards each other. So what I would like to point out is the importance of communication in marriage. IVD kept saying the wife that she was, or rather she was dramatic. She was very dramatic, and she the way she was he described her was that she became violent. So, and what I want to point out is, just as that one of the hosts in that Honest Bunch did say, when a woman is always shouting and starts getting that way, she's looking for attention. Someone is not listening. You as a man, To an extent, you're not listening to your wife. And men have to also know how women are wired. And the same way to women also have to know how men are wired. Men have a tendency not to like talk about things, but a woman wants to talk. She wants to talk about a situation. She wants you to sit with her and discuss it. So I do think that's one thing that I gathered from. I don't know their full story, as I said, because I'm saying this because the man was always saying that the wife was very dramatic. So when a woman starts acting out that way, she's looking for her husband's attention. And I think that's part of it. That's part of the reason. It can drive a woman crazy. And also bearing in mind, it looks like the man was cheating. And he himself, he said he was as a shawu. That was his own words during the podcast, because Daddy Freeze asked him if he's faithful to Blessing See You, and he was like yes, and swore whatever that he wouldn't cheat on her, and that he was more like a playboy before. It was his own words. In fact, what he said to describe himself before was he was a shawu. So I do think, and obviously from the other videos I've watched from the brother, and it's like there was cheating. So, and also men bearing in mind, or not just men, women also cheat. People have to understand that when someone loves you and you cheat on them, people have to understand what it does to your partner, whether it's a male or it's a female. It breaks someone. It can break someone, especially if that person really, really loves you and they trust you and have been loyal to you. People have to realize what it does to people, what it does to your partner. So when people just think it's okay, it erodes your partner self-confidence or self-esteem, and can literally take them to the point of depression. So people have to be aware of these things. Don't just say, oh, it's okay to just do this, go about and cheat, and it has an impact on the person that you have a relationship with. So from the little I gathered from listening to the videos of the past relationship, I do think that the lady, she was suicidal for her to do that, and it's easy to blame someone. And I'm not saying, and the thing about relationships, sometimes both of the people in relationship can be hurting each other and they will blaming each other. So like now, this man is saying the wife was very dramatic. The wife too would be saying, my husband is this, my husband is that. So the man, what I'm trying to say, that both of them would be hurting in the relationship at the same time. So, and I do think probably that was what was happening. And from the little I saw, I don't know, but as if from what the little I did here, as if there was substance. That was the brother talking now, the brother of the lady, substance abuse. And it might make sense. It might make sense in this whole story of that's the relationship, the past marriage. So it does make sense to an extent. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. It might be true if you look at the behaviors, and it does go with that, because the friend or the lady that helped the lady that's the bimbo that took her to the hospital, she was saying she was accusing the man, that's the IVD, of not being concerned about the wife's situation, as in the condition she was in. What we have to bear in mind that, and she did say that the guy was It's as if he was drunk because she could smell alcohol. What we have to bear in mind that substance abuse can distort someone's thinking. So there are many things that did play. I'm not saying anybody's innocent. I'm not trying to how will I put it? I'm not trying to say the man is innocent. I do think he has a lot to work on. He has a lot to work on based on that relationship. It was very, very toxic. I do feel so sorry for the woman that lost her life, and I feel sorry for her family, the pain they'll go through, and most of all, the children. No. This is a that story is really, really sad. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a sad one for me. It was very, very heavy. So I do think that people have to really, really realize what they are. When you're in a relationship with someone, especially when you have children, you have to think of the impact of what you do. And again, they were really, really young. And that's another aspect. If you're very young, please avoid marriage. If you're 19, you don't have any business doing marriage or going to marry anybody. You're still a child. I know they say the legal age for adult, blah, 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 or whatever is 18. For me, 19 is still a minor. 19, you don't know your left from your right. You might think you know, but you don't. So I think that they were also really young. And when you're young and you get married and kids start coming, it's another layer. Marriage is not easy. So for when people are kids, it's even more difficult. And another thing is about starting a relationship when you're young. When you're young, you don't really know who you are and what you want. And that's another thing. Probably it's definitely the man grew out of love. It's obvious that probably after years of being with the woman, he now realizes, okay, this is not the type of person I would love to be married to. And all, he just changed. And the woman thought that when she went into a relationship with this young person, you don't know how the person was going to turn out to be. So it's now this guy turned out to be what she didn't bargain for. And because she's invested so much, from what the brother was saying, she dropped out of school, even against her parents, her siblings' advice, and got pregnant. So it's also easy for us to blame her and say, why didn't she leave? We have to look at what was surrounding her and how she would feel. And she spent all these years with this man. It's like she was hanging on to something that was dead. But wouldn't blame her, because it wouldn't be easy for her if she doesn't have much to go with her 5 kids and live a marriage. And also looking at her background, it would be like, oh, after they told me not to marry you or not be in a relationship with you, and all, she will hang on to that because of the way they started. So it is a sad one. But the only thing I want to, as I said, we have to be mindful of who we are blaming or who we think is bad. Like from what I saw from social media, everybody's going for blessing is this, blessing CEO is this. I don't see anything she's done. I don't see anything she's done. What you have to bear in mind, it's very easy for the counselor to fall in love with the one that is coming for counseling. So for me, my take on it is that it's even blessing CEO that I fear for, because I think the guy is moving too fast from someone that the wife died in, that was in 2022, and now you're in another relationship that is serious, about to get married. I know it's okay to move on, but I do think and the truth of the matter is that everybody deserves a second chance. So but my prayer is that I hope the guy has realized his mistakes from the past relationship, where he was wrong and where he didn't treat his wife right, and he's healing from, because there was so much, from what I saw, so much toxicity in that marriage or relationship, so that it doesn't pass on to this one. So for me, the person I'm even scared for is Blessing CEO. So I pray that he gets closure or healing, or I don't know. But we should be careful. pointing the finger at somebody and saying in fact, people are going to their some saying that probably she's involved in the woman's death. That's Blessing CEO. I don't see how she is involved in the woman's death. So that's just my take on it. I just pray that the everything gets the man. I pray that hope is mature enough now, and he's learned from his mistakes and has probably hope he's reflecting on how he's done things wrong in the past that's led to that woman being that way. Is it to say the woman was crazy? Is it the woman was crazy? Women or people become suicidal when some people are like that. When it's too much for them, everybody has their own breaking point. So just like Princess Diana, she was suicidal and she attempted suicide 5 times. So, and again, because of marriage. So we have to be very careful what we when we are in relationship with people. You're dealing with people's hearts, and human beings are fragile. They are really fragile, and betrayal in relationships, especially when you love someone. If you don't love someone, they betray you. Don't give a damn. But when you love someone and you've seen this person, and that woman, that Bimbo, she must have seen this, and definitely that's what, because she was young. She saw this man as her all and all, and you start, messing up, or things don't start going well. It can really, literally destroy someone. So that's my take on it. I do feel like Blessing CEO should be careful. I'm not saying the guy is not changed. People have or rather people deserve to have a second chance. But I do think that she herself, that's Blessing CEO, should actually go to therapy and let them unpack her emotions too. That's my own opinion. Because I do think that if this man has not changed, she's a victim now. So that's my take on this, on the matter. Okay, hope you guys like this video. And hope you've learned something. Please like my videos, subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed, like and share, click on notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.